Hey Nathan, this is my video response. I think I watched your video. It was very well thought out. You laid out your ideas in a very intelligent manner. I really enjoyed your thought process. You basically said that cultural heterosexism is the most serious problem out of the three for the LGBT or LGBTQ community. Um, I don't agree. I think that homophobia, for the fact that it's lethal in some cases, is probably their most serious threat. Just for the fact that you can lose your life for homophobia. And okay, here's what I think of cultural heterosexism. So like every single country on the earth, just think they're all like little population pockets, right? There should be statistically a certain percentage of homosexuals in each country, and it should be very similar across the board. And I'm sure culture influences, maybe there's a 2 or 3% increase in some cultures, or a 2 or 3% decrease in other cultures, and these are all arbitrary as well. But this is just my thinking. Norway, you should just logically be able to think 20% of their population is gay, and that's just a number I made up. But whatever the actual number is, there is an actual number, and as we progress into modernity, we should figure out these percentages because it just shows how natural homosexuality is. But I guess the what I'm kind of getting at is that if there should always be a certain percentage of gay people or lesbians or bisexuals in every country, then that's what's normal, right? The vast majority of the population should be heterosexual. It's not like a question of like everyone's born a blank slate, and um, you know in like a perfect world that like a man would have sex with a man or a woman, and he would just fall in love with whatever personality that he falls in love with, like some kind of like pansexual like view of reality. I just don't think that's true. I really don't think that's true. I think that that biology is it's like it's like the truth of reality. There's no way of escaping our biology, no matter how intelligent or how much we how free society is. For instance, I think that there will always be a preference, not a preference, but there will always be more heterosexual people than there'll be homosexual people. It doesn't mean we should marginalize the homosexual people or, make them not have the same rights. They're humans just like us. But I guess my thought is, I don't know. We'd have to talk to some psychologists on this, I'm sure, or some some really good statistics. But there's got to be a set amount of percent of every population that should be homosexual. I don't think okay, growing up in America, most people are heterosexual. That's just like I don't think the culture necessarily dictates the amount of homosexuals in the culture. I think it plays a part, right? You know, I think cultural heterosexism to me more is like how open you feel about being openly gay. I mean, like I don't know anyone in my family who's openly gay. I'm sure there's somebody in my family that's gay though. Like logically, it's just a statistical thing. I mean, you have to think that it's got to be there. So to me, that's more what that would represent. Like how comfortable you feel about being openly gay, as opposed to how comfortable you feel. I don't know necessarily though. There will always be more heterosexuals, so I don't know if that necessarily breeds homophobia. I think religion breeds and manufacturers. It's like it's like the biggest manufacturer of bigotry and like stupid ideas. Religion is they monopolize that. They're like just hammering out dumb ideas and stupid ideologies and just spreading them, like poison in water to whoever will drink it. And that's what the real culprit is. There would be nothing wrong with being homosexual if religion wasn't, such a big part of people's lives. So I guess my question to you is how much of a how how big of a influence do you think religion is on cultural heterosexism? Thanks. I enjoy your post. Thanks.